This is Ethos EC10 back with another episode, and today we made a switch to P&S. Let's roll. We're doing an interior. I'm gonna show you what the interior looks like here. Car, it's scratched up, the wheels are bad, it looks like he hasn't cleaned his wheels in a while, and I'm gonna go over the products we're gonna use today. Now, for this car and the condition it's in, I could just bang out the process with Absolute. But I'm gonna use Absolute for my clay lube today. So we're gonna dilute that together for my clay mint. We're gonna use their reset towel. For Brake Buster, I have Brake Buster actually here, and if you've seen this video here, you know that this made top 3 for an all-in-one, not like a dedicated wheel cleaner, tire cleaner. I'm talking about all-in-one, top 3. And then JB was like, you know what, Eddie, I've been watching Matt Mormon, and you should really try what I've been using from him. I said, what's that, bro? He said, put Brake Buster in your MTM. So I did it straight in my MTM for the wheels. We'll use that for the wash process and the total decon. Here's what I intend to do. I'm gonna use Crystal Wash. That sit for 5 minutes, do its thing, and then I'm gonna take this soap because I'm gonna go into a correction. We're gonna use Pearl. I already have it in my foam canning, Griots foam canning. You're like, Eddie, you've been using that a lot lately. I'm doing a test. We're gonna use this foam cannon, and I did dilute it. I believe I put like 5 ounces in the foam cannon. Why? Don't know, because I did, I'm a troll. And then for the windows itself, we're gonna use View. The interior is gonna get a nice clean, so we're gonna use the carpet system. I do have that in its own separate bottles. And then we're gonna use Express for everything else in the car. All the plastics, all the insides, all the middle compartments, and then we're gonna dress it with my favorite P&S dressing. I've been saying this for months. Natural from P&S. It gives it a good look, good sheen, and it doesn't feel like greasy sacks. Did he say that? Sacks of potatoes. Look, and then we're gonna dress the tires with dynamic dressing ready to use. So there's 2 ways I'm gonna use it. So you can use it in a foam cannon. Remember, anything that you dilute in a foam cannon becomes like 1:80, but I did put it straight in here. I'm doing that to get the lubrication on the tire. It is a wheel tire cleaner, and I'm gonna clean the wheel wells with that. If I need a little heavy hitter, they didn't send me iron remover. Sydney's not dumb. Okay, I'm not gonna use that crap. But that's the one thing I don't like from them is just the iron remover because it smells. I hate all iron remover. It's not just P&S. This, pretty bustin'. This is Ethos wheel cleaner. It made a Press-All bottle. And then we're just gonna use my tool here. We're gonna use a brush, and then let's get to work, shall we? Brake Buster, we've all seen it, and this is why I like Brake Buster. First of all, it's cheap, dude. It's cheap. And then if you use it straight like that, put it in the wheel, put it in that wheel, put it in there, and you let that sit, it'll start to do work. Brake Buster has some good surfactants. It made my number 3 as a total wheel and tire cleaner. Put the halfway like that. Water in the bucket. I just want to see the cleaning power of this. And we're gonna do half the wheel. And then we're gonna test to see if that foam canning thing, JB said that he learned from Matt Mormon, if it can actually do the heavy cleaning. Now, what brush am I using? Look at the browning. You see it? Look at that dirt. This is a Detail Factory brush. I like the soft bristles. It helps you scrub it a little more, a little knobby here. Just see how this does straight. Now what I'm seeing on these is that it's gonna need a little more, right? So what I would do then, if Brake Buster doesn't do it, generally, I would spray on my iron remover. I'll spray that on, and I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. And it smells amazing. And then I will let that do its work here. Let that sit for a tiny bit, does its thing. I'll grab Brake Buster. I'll hit that up. All right, I understand, I get it now. I get the love now, kids. I get the love now. And while that's working, you can see how it's pulling down the iron here. And a lot of people doesn't think that it can pull down iron, but look at that. And I would just let that work. Let it do its thing. Hit this, make sure I get those, clean that. You saw that, right? So you saw. Is Brake Buster revolutionary? No, but it's amazing for the price. It does clean the wheel and tire. It is affordable. You can foam it on, so you're getting great results. See my videos, you'll know that I'm the biggest hater of P&S on the internet. Biggest. I'm probably a bigger troll than most. But I can't go against the results. The results, it cleans. It cleans the tires. It does what it says it's gonna do. I'm gonna finish cleaning these tires. We're gonna soap the car up, and I'm gonna show you and give you an example of how Pearl works. But so far, if you're in the market for a cheap, that's not cheap. When I say cheap, I'm not like, oh my gosh, it's not Walmart cheap. If you're starting out in a detailing business, you're looking for products that are affordable, right? And you want a brand that could help you sustain your business, and you can start off with maybe $200 or $300. P&S. It could be diluted, it could be used straight, it could be using foam cannon. P&S Brake Buster is one of those go get now. I did say that in my Christmas video. And if you're in the market for a wheel cleaner that you don't want your shop to smell, that works as effective as many wheel cleaners. I still got to put it against ADS. I think ADS might have it. We will have to test it. Get yourself some Ethos. We hear the soap Pearl, we think like, oh my gosh, this dude's about to use a soap that sucks. I think what P&S does well is they're transparent. Is it gonna be the foamiest foam like Foam Party or ADS Shampoo Plus or Incredible Suds? No. The goal of it is it's going to do its job. Where you want soap to be slick, you want it to stick a bit, you want it to work on the panel. So I wanna show you Pearl. Like I said, I diluted about 4 or 5 ounces, I think it's 4 or 5 ounces, inside of my foam cannon. I'm using grills. You're like, what? Yeah, long-term test I'm doing, dialed in. We're gonna test that. All right, what am I missing? I just had a conversation with Jamie. Shout out to Jamie, Grand Bastard of the Year, boy. And we were talking about Shampoo Plus, but look how much foam I'm getting, dude. I mean, we're talking about Pearl, look at that. I kid you not, look, I am not trolling, That is Pearl, this is affordable. I think this costs $8. And it foams as good as any foaming soap I have. And the cool thing about it is it's sticking, but it's also lubricating. It's super lubricious. I don't know, I take back what I said, Jamie. I think this might be a gem, dude. For a cheap soap, this might be a gem. It's super lubricating. It's pretty impressive. So I wanna show you the car and what the soap does itself. It went on thick with my grills, and we all know lately my grills has been hit and miss like my marriage. I'm kidding, Bev, I love you. All right, Pearl's doing here. Pearl is pulling down. So it went on thick, it's pulling down the dirt. Look at that. I'm gonna wash with P&S, and this is what I learned from Sydney, and I'm putting it to work. On one side, I'm doing it with soap, you see it. On the other side, I'm gonna pre-spray this for 5 minutes to show you the kind of cleaning I get, and then we'll go over the contact of the wash. Up. And then you just want to spray it on the panel and let it sit for 5 minutes, let it crystallize. I always hit the lowers like it's an iron remover, and you just want it to crystallize on the paint. Safe on plastics, we'll test it on this plastic here. So on the one side I have Pearl straight, I didn't put Crystal Wash. On the other side we're gonna let Crystal Wash sit for about 5 minutes. And we'll let it do its thing, but I wanted to show you this has been sitting about 2 minutes, and look how much is left on the panel. And then, scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give this a strong 8.5, maybe more, for how slick it is. I did the same thing. I could suds that up, but look, I'm just putting it back and forth to get the suds going. I only put about an ounce and a half in this bucket, and you can see the suds are working. Yeah, dude, that's slick. For an older soap, when I mean older, like based on all the soaps that have been out, that is as slick as most too. You gotta see how good it cleans. Joel, you're right. Okay. Joel, Details Auto, follow the podcast, link in the description below. He said to me, Eddie, gems. And at first it's like, he's paid by them. I'm being serious, Joel. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try it. And I'm over here thinking to myself, this soap, slick. For a cheap soap, cost me $9. $9 for that. $9. You can use it as a waterless wash. You can use it as a rinseless wash. And it's lubricating, super lubricious. We're gonna spray this side of the car off, and then I'll see how clean it is, and then we're gonna go on the other side. Let's spray it off. Now what I'm looking for a soap is how is the spray off? Does it leave residue behind? And you can see it leaves no residue thus far behind. See, hey, you up there, yeah, come down. Sit. Christy, grab a seat, I gotta talk to you. All right, I gotta talk to you, Jamie. I gotta talk to everyone online. Listen, I'm sweating, you see that? Sweating. There's a couple of revelations I'm having right now, okay? And this is me being 100% transparent. I went into 2023 thinking like, man, P&S is like one of those Walmart brands that you buy and you like use because it's cheap and it's affordable, but I do wanna say this. I want to redact that statement. So, had to switch cameras because for some reason the camera I was using kind of died. So I want to go over this. The other side, Pearl did an amazing job. On this side of the car, we used a crystal wash first. I let it sit for 5 minutes. I want to show you what that looks like. When it starts to crystallize here, you can see it starts to crystallize. So I'm gonna foam it on top of that because that's what Sydney said. And we're gonna take this side and we're gonna wash it. On top of crystal wash. That foam. That's pro, bro. $9 soap. $9. $9 soap. I mean, I already said I'm sorry. I'm not gonna keep saying it. Slick, man. It's a slick soap. All soap should be slick, if I'm being honest. So I don't know why I keep saying slick. It's just impressive. The slickness is real good. Check this out. I do want to be honest. You hear that? Do you hear that? This side is less contaminated where I put crystal wash. Look. Where I sprayed it, then the other side. We didn't dry it yet because I want to walk through it while I'm smiling so big. Listen, if you're starting a detailing business, JB, I see you. Jay, grab a seat. Look, if you're starting a detail business, hear me out. For $9, go buy that soap. Worth it. It smells good. It works good. It cleans good. The foaming's... Bro, the foaming's not bad. What do you want me to say? I don't want to lie to you. I always told you I would be honest, right? That's the whole goal, the whole premise of my channel is be honest. Don't be another one of those, you know, everything's beautiful, everything's great. I've never been that guy. And if you watch me from the very beginning, shout out to 3,000, road to 3,000, subscribe. If you watch me from the very beginning, I'm brutal. This, for $9, Joel, you were right. Joel, shake my hand, dog. Shake my hand. Bust it. And you saw the foam can I put it in. You're like, Eddie, it's supposed to be real good. I don't have double clearance, so I'm not getting the same output. But the foam was real good. The slickness was good. And the pulling down of dirt, good. It was great. Is it my top 5 soaps? No, for $9, it's my number 1 soap though. For $9. For $9. I will put that. If Brad, Ivan, Ethos decided, you know, I'm closing my doors, I'm gonna pick that soap up. No joke, no cap. This format. Crystal wash. This combo, these two here, these two combos are, they're like Kobe and Shaq. Shaq and Kobe. They're great. They're rip the Kobe, rest in peace, my dude. They work well. On the side that I did it in the crystal wash, you saw, you heard it, it sounded like there was nothing on the panel. I am gonna clay bar it. Now, I wanna talk about how I use Absolute. Absolute is the rinseless wash, but 1 to 64, 1 to 128. 1 to 164 will give you a, look, the bottles. Sydney, thank you for the bottle, because my eyes are bad. So right here on the bottle, if you get these bottles online, right, Jamie 10, on the back of the bottle, it tells you the dilutions. So for a quick detailer, 64 to 1. For a clay lube, dilute 128 for 1. For glass and interiors, 250-61. I went 164 in case I miss dirt. I'm gonna use that as my clay lube. I like to be more lubricious. I'm also gonna use this as my drying aid. So if you dilute this 1 to 164, it's a great drying aid. It actually provides slickness, and I'll show you on the panel. But right now, if I were to end the video today and you stop right here, I want you to hear this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry for trolling you. I honestly thought when P&S was around, because I used Brake Buster, I used Bean Maker and I didn't like it, I honestly thought it was trash. They are gems. There are some bangers in this lineup. And so far, this one with this, it's a go. That's all I'm saying, it's a go, it's a go. Now, you're like, Eddie, which one's better? I already told you, like if Brad and DJ decided they're gonna quit, if Ivan decided they're gonna quit, Ethos decided they're gonna quit making soap, if even Dry decided to be like, I'm gonna stop making soap, I'll go to P&S in a heartbeat. My drying aid of choice, right? My drying aid of choice will always be Amplify. And then I actually have a thing here that says drying aid. And this is the Slick and Slide from Obsessed Garage. Those are great. I go for Amplify more than most because I love the absolute slickness, the look it gives me, and things of that nature. So I'm gonna use Absolute as my drying aid. Good news is that that bottle of Absolute will make gallons of drying aid. Let's go over here. Take your Absolute, you're gonna spray it on. You just wanna mist it on. And then I take my towel, got a little baby towel here, and you get the slickness, and you get the drying ability of how Absolute is slick on the panel. And there we go. Take Absolute here, in the same dilution I use with my drying aid, right? Yes, Eddie, you could do this with any rinseless wash, but the smell of Absolute when you don't shake it violently. When I mean shaking it, I'm that guy that when you tell me not to do something, I do it anyway because I'm a douche. But you take it, rock the crap back and forth, let it sit, just let it be. We're gonna take Absolute, we're gonna spray it in my mitt, we're gonna get it super saturated. A different way of doing this is you can make a gallon or a bucket of Absolute and put this as your rinseless. And you're gonna sit here, spray it on, it smells amazing, and then we're gonna clay the car together. So how Eddie intends to clay this car is with anything. I usually douse it. You're like, didn't you just do all that work? Yeah, I could have done the clay bar with the soap on it, but I wanted to show you. There's some contaminants, and it's slick. I didn't use a lot, and it's slick to the touch with just Absolute. You get the smell of Absolute. Before my clay bar or my clay lube I was using was Eco Wash, ready to use. So I might make the switch. We'll see how this ends up doing. Always make sure that your clay mitt has it so you don't mar the paint. Putting that, somebody pushing it, like, you know, grinding it, because you'll do some marring that you don't want to take out later. All right, so I'm done. I'm done with claying the car. I'm smiling because I'm learning. And anytime I get to learn or get to do something new, it excites me. And this is one of those exciting moments for me. At $9, I'm gonna put this as an 8.5. This is nice. It cleans. It doesn't feel wild on the hands. Like, it's good. pH neutral soap. It foams, it pulls down soap very good. It does a great job. This, I'm gonna put it up there, 9. Crystal washes everything Sydney said it would be. So I use it, and how you wanna use it now, and I'll recap here is, before you start the car, before you spray it down with water, you wanna go around the car, and you want to put this all over the car, lower panels, front, clip. You let it sit for 5 minutes, let it crystallize, and then what you want to do is you want to foam on top of it. You foam on top of it, you do your contact wash, you're good to go. Then you get yourself Absolute 1 to 64, 64 to 1. That's how you say it, 64 to 1. And you're gonna spray it on the car and you'll dry it. Or if you're feeling froggy while it's still wet, you can take Absolute, spray it on there, do your clay. You can spray Absolute, do your clay, spray it in the towel, spray it on the door, and just go to work and then dry it. So now you're getting a clay bar, it's lubricated, and it has some cleaning power in case you missed the spot, because no one's perfect. You go back and you be like, oh man, I'm ready to go. So far I wanna say this. I am super happy with my results. I would put this better, 100% better than Chemical Guys in terms of usability, easeability, in terms of cost, right? We think about cost overall, because not everyone has hundreds of dollars to spend on chemicals. For how it cleans, I'll put it better in chemical, guys. Under Foam Party, it's not as good as Shampoo Plus or Foam Party or DIY, but I feel like it's a great soap. I think it's a great pH soap. You can't tell in a silver car, but the car was dirty. It had mud on it. Brake Buster, you know, it's my number 3. If everything were to die in the world, Brake Buster is gonna be it. And I just want to thank P&S, because at the end of the day, I tried 4 products. I'm happy. But before we end it there, I want to show you what dynamic dressing looks like. In particular about tire dressings, 100%. If you know me, you know I like expensive tire dressings. I like the way they look. We're gonna test dynamic right now. So here, spray one on the wheel, and then I'm gonna work it in. And let me move you out so you can see it. Let me move you closer. And then you go on the outside. Reminds me of the Grills Garage 3-in-1, or it also reminds me of the Matt Mormon one, so the OG tire dressing. I'll let that dry for about 10 minutes. And I'm somber right now, right? No joking, I'm gonna put all joking aside. Look, Clown Eddie, move out. I wanna go over my real world test, my real world review, my honest review. I don't know how to say it. This is my 3rd time recording, the 3rd time, because I don't know how to do it. I want to say right now that P&S makes great products. That's what I want to say. Now, I do want to say that there are others that have invented a little more, meaning that there's some soaps that foam longer, stay on the panel longer, that pull down a tiny bit more dirt, but for $9, this soap, astronomical for $9. Crystal Wash for like $30 as a inorganic remover, fallout remover. It does God's work. These two together, it's a match made in heaven. It works. I could have went the Absolute route. I could have done the whole car, sprayed it off, did Absolute, but I really want to try something different. Jamie the cleaner set me up, and so does Joel, and told me, look man, there's gems in this product line, right? You just have to give it a real shot. When I first started detailing, I didn't do this. I didn't try what was less, because I always told myself when I finished doing things of that nature, I would never buy cheap things, and I always thought that cheap meant cost, right? Because usually we affiliate both. These chemicals are affordable. They're not cheap. They're affordable for you to use for your business. You don't have a lot of capital. I do want to say this, give P&S a shot. What I don't like thus far from P&S is, this is not my favorite, so I'm not gonna sit here and cap. This I could do without. Defender I would use, but just don't think you're gonna get 10 months. But these three, a wash, fallout remover, and Absolute, I would 100% put that in rotation. 100%, no joke. At first I thought this wasn't good. That's why I'm in shock. I want to thank you for watching. I know this ending was kind of serious because I did owe an apology. I came out here and I said, you know what? They're not that good. They're not that great. Oh, they're just cheap crap. They do work. They work. For the price point, they work. Thank you for watching. I'm so happy you were able to tune into this one. I've been stoked. I have used the products. I have used gallons of Absolute. I have used several gallons of Brake Buster. I have never used Pearl or Crystal Wash until recently. So if you haven't subscribed yet, part 2 is coming out Wednesday. We're gonna clean the interior. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on Express, the 3 carpet system, and Natural. With that, this is Eddie Cologne. Appreciate you for watching. I'm out.